Today is Monday, April 11th, 2016, and I'm going to be finishing Psalm chapter 55 today with verses 16 to 23. So, it says, "But I call to God, and the Lord will save me. Evening and morning and at noon I utter my complaint and moan, and he hears my voice. He redeems my soul in safety for the battle that I wage. Many are arrayed against me. God will give ear and humble them. He is who is enthroned from of old, because they do not change and do not fear God." So in here, David continues to call out to God and trust in Him. God will be the first one that he depends on in his circumstances. And it says, "Evening and morning and at noon I utter my complaint and moan, and He hears my voice." So he kind of complains to God, but he knows that God's gonna hear him. He redeems my soul in safety from the battle that I wage. And then 19 says, "God will give ear and humble them." That he's talking about his enemies here. He who is enthroned from of old, because they do not change and do not fear God. So if you have anybody that you're dealing with in your life that will not change their ways, or any difficult people that won't change, um, 19 says that God will give ear and humble them. So God God will find a way to humble that particular person or people in your life. 20 says, "My companion stretched out his hand against his friends. He violated his covenant. His speech was as smooth as butter, yet war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords." And here, we can also see this depicts Judas Iscariot, the one who would betray Jesus. Um, he, it once again talks about that. My companion, like Judas would be seen as one of Jesus' followers and friends, and then would later betray him. And then 22 is a kind of an important verse to apply to our lives. It says, "Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved." So if we have any concerns or any worries, it's just best to cast it on the Lord and to pray to Him, and He will sustain you and give you the strength through it. It says He will never permit the righteous to be moved. So He will give you enough strength to stay firm. And then 23 says, "But you, O God, will cast them down to a pit of destruction. Men of blood and treachery shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in you." So we see that God will take care of them, and He still says that He will trust in God in the meantime. So I just want to encourage you today to keep on calling on God, praying to Him, trusting in God, and to cast all of your burdens on Him, and He'll take off your load.